Hi everyone, welcome back. I am excited that my Ferris Wheel Press Creative Ambassador package has arrived, and how much more perfect could these two things be for Desley's pink birthday month. Very exciting. So we've got here a little ink. It's called Billowing Blush, and you can see it's going to be pink. It has a base in pink. It doesn't have a sheen. It shimmers in green and gold, and it has high shading. And yeah, it looks stunning. I've had a look on the Instagram, of course, as they've been releasing these new inks, and yeah, I'm very glad that this one came to me. So let's have a look at what the bottle looks like. So here is the beautiful bottle. We have a 20 ml bottle here, and you can see hopefully that it's pink. It's so pretty. So I'll give that a proper shake when we're ready to try it out. But this time we also managed to get a carousel fountain pen. I'm very excited. I haven't had one of their pens before, and the pen is also called Billowing Blush. It says, capture your most magical memory of the midway. The carousel comes equipped with a converter and is ready to be filled with your favorite fountain pen ink. Bring your brightest ideas to life with the spirit of the carnival. So let's have a look. It says on the side here, fountain pen with custom ground nib and refillable converter. Oh, and it really is such a pretty pink. Is this what we call millennial pink? It's very pretty. So it's called Billowing Blush. It has Ferris Wheel Press here in silver in their standard font. And we have a screw cap, do we? No, it's just a pull-off cap. We've got the silver nib there. And I've got a medium nib on this one. It's a steel nib. And inside we have our converter. Oh, it's got a little bead in it. That must be to help mix the particles through, maybe. Medium nib will be good because it'll help allow those particles through, unlike a fine nib. And you can see it's a winding piston style rather than just the ordinary pull and push one. Okay, well, I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to swatch the ink, but I'll also try the pen as well. So we'll just give this a shake. I have some paper towel here with my water. Just want to make sure we get all of that gold mixed through. And we'll take some of this ink up. Now I have just some words here, just a piece of acetate really is what I want this for. So I'm just going to drop some of this on here because I want to use that in swatching shortly. And you can, I don't know if you can see, but there's a beautiful gold shimmer in there. And I'll just fill this up again. Okay, and we'll pop it on the nib. I just wipe that off a bit first. There we go. And you can see the shimmering in there. There we go, click that in. And I tend to give it a little quick wind to hopefully get it started. And and we'll let that start to flow. Ah, it's already flowing. Okay, I'm going to put this to the side for the moment because I really want to have a look at this. I'm just going to test first in this book that I've been using just for some notes for some classes I've been doing. I'm going to take some water and just lay that on the page. And then I thought what I'd do is just, maybe I'll use a smaller brush. Just try to spread this out a bit. And then I'm just gonna place this down on here. And just let that dry and see how it looks. I might close, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add a little more directly from the bottle because it is quite a pale ink. And I'll put it on the dry as well. And you can see it's already settled back to the bottom. I'm going to leave that on its head. And we'll just move this over a little and let's try the pen itself. I think it should be running right now. So it's very pale, as hopefully you can see here. I think I was expecting a lot thicker from the nib. I wonder if I just haven't given it enough time to head down the barrel. Does make perfect little spots. I think that's because it's a ground nib. I'm not sure if anyone wants to tell me. It kind of has a little ball on the end of it. Might just right at the top here. Yeah, definitely that looks like the amount of ink that's going to come out. And look at this beautiful shine in here. I think using it for this kind of effect is a great idea. I'm also thinking it's going to be nice for one of my Taylor Swift lyric journal entries in this beautiful pink. Let me move this over further. And I think I want to try this again, but perhaps this time without the water. I'm just going to turn that over. So I just wipe that off on there. I think that's enough. And we'll just use the paintbrush. Hopefully we get some of that shimmer. I can see some of that there. I'll just place that one down. Okay, I really love that look. What I'm thinking is this is my creative / art journal. Now, I bought this last year and it's an empty notebook. So is this one. And haven't made a mark in it. I've thought about it many times. I've got it out of off the shelf a few times and haven't got very far. What I'm thinking is of doing something like this on here to do my front cover and then adding some of these words. I've got these in lots of different colors as my title page. Now, one thing I will mention is that when I bought all of the journals that are undated, these blank, and I've got some of these as well that are undated books, I did that because I want them to last me more than just the year that they're in, because I know that I don't go into my art journal daily, so there's no way I'm going to fill this up in a year. I mean, I might be, but it's very unlikely that I'd fill this up in a year. So a couple of weekends ago I got this out and this to do exactly this what I'm doing right now, and finally I've managed to get it done. So I think I will give that a go in the creative journal and come up with a little kind of intro spread. In the meantime, let's take a look. This page is almost dry. There's a bit of wetness here, but hopefully you can see that beautiful sheen here. I think they said it was sheen, yes? No, shimmer. I was right the first time. No sheen, green gold shimmer with high shading. And I really love that gold with the pink here. I think it's just beautiful. I think I just need to work on my placement of the ink on the acetate before I put it down, because it's not quite how I expected, but also I plan to add paper and stickers and things to the page, so it maybe doesn't matter. I'm struggling right now with my brain to think how it's going to look in the final piece, but that's the point, I guess. That's the part of the fun, just to work through it and see how it turns out. I think as a writing ink, it's quite light. Depends on if that's what you like or not. And I think what I'd like to do is just try it on Hobonichi paper as well. So I've got my weeks here, and I might just head to the back. Maybe just here. And just see how it looks on this paper. Okay, so here's how it's writing in the Weeks paper. So the Weeks paper is a bit yellow, but so is the Midori paper. But obviously this is Tomoe River, that one is Midori paper. So I think it's written quite similarly between the two. Not a lot of difference really there. And I think though on the Hobonichi paper, we've able to get a little bit more of the shimmer coming out in the lettering when you add a little more base. So let me try that on here just to make sure I'm not seeing something that isn't true. Ah, yeah, there we go. It's coming out here too. So I think the medium nib is a pretty good nib for this, but perhaps even a wider nib would be better for this ink to allow more of that shimmer to come through. I still think the color is just gorgeous, and I am obsessed with how it looks on paper once it's laid out in this style. So this one, I used the brush quite a bit. This one was just the press with acetate, and this one was all pressed with acetate. So I do really like how that looks. I'm loving this shimmer that's showing up. It's just beautiful. So yeah, I think, like I said, I need to work on how I add the ink to the acetate before I press it on. And perhaps I could use a bigger piece of acetate that's the same size as the page maybe. I'm not sure. I have seen a lot of people do it on YouTube and Instagram, so I guess I could take a look at what people do there just to see. Let's have a look at the page on the other side. So we've got definite it might be a bit too soon to tell because it's still puckered from being wet. Let's look at this side. This side is dry. All right, so it's very puckered from being dry, from wet to dry. And we've got this bleed through here where I've gone, made these little hearts with multiple pen strokes. So this side, really the same. There doesn't seem to be any bleed through here. We've got ghosting, of course, but that's all. I've even seen water puckered here just a little bit as well. And in the Hobonichi, so this is dry now. If you look at the previous page, we've got bleed through. Even over to this page, we've got a little bit of bleed through, but I did press very hard. I think I'm just trying to deposit as much color as I can. Otherwise, just a little bit of ghosting, but it's mainly just the pressure of the pen making these marks in the paper, which actually I really love. That's one of the reasons I love Tomoe River paper the most, is because it does make those marks in the page. Oh, I'm very happy with this color. It's such a pretty color. This pink is very much my favorite kind of pink. It's got that cool tone rather than the warm tone. I really love the more lavender pinks rather than the peachy pinks, although I like peachy pink as well, but this is definitely my favorite shade of pink. So I'm so happy that this just happened to be the August ink from Ferris Wheel Press in their Creative Ambassador program. So let me know what you think. I do have a discount code for Ferris Wheel Press, and I do have, it's an affiliate link. So that does mean that if you were to purchase using my link, that I would receive a small commission for that. And that always helps me to keep making content that hopefully people like to watch. So many thanks to you if you do that, but you don't need to at all if you don't want to, that's fine. I just love being able to experience these beautiful products as they come out. This makes me happy to look at. It's really lovely. Let me know what you think. I'm keen to hear from you as usual. All right, that's going to be it from me today. Many thanks to Ferris Wheel Press for gifting me these gorgeous products, the ink and the pen. I've been so keen to get a Ferris Wheel Press fountain pen for a long time, so I'm very happy that I finally have one in my collection, And this shimmering ink is just divine. Absolutely love it. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Again, I hope you've enjoyed. Please let me know what you think. And I'll see you all super, super soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye.